We started technically back in the 80s when especially healthy food was something that you didn't think of that would thrive in the Black community. And we actually started in the neighborhood, and we're surprised that people were so happy to see us because when they wanted to get something healthy, they always had to go outside of their community. We are probably a third generation of business owners and second generation in America because I'm originally from Jamaica and I grew up with my grandparents who are business owners. Now we're in the next iteration of our family business. This was like a side hustle, and as kids got older and they saw opportunities to take parts of the business and move it forward, it became less of a hustler survival and more of an actual business structure.
I will say the hustle made me not want to be an entrepreneur. So I wanted to, I guess you could say corporate retail in New York. But then I decided I didn't like that either. So when I decided to dive back in, I had to decide what was I going to do differently so that it didn't feel like a hustle. Because a lot of entrepreneurs, they hustle, and you're just hoping that one day, right, you're going to blow up, you're going to make all this money and all of the hustle will be worth it. But there's no order of operations, which is what we learn when we work in corporate. Like there's nothing on paper. It's just like, you do this every day. I hope it's going to work.
Black people have to think about generational wealth, starting with the wealth of their bodies that were used to build these countries. It was the wealth of the bodies and the skills of my ancestors that built Jamaica. I think of generational wealth as starting there and not starting with us trying to build a business.
One of the things that I wanted to do as I grew older was create a product that we could feel comfortable with, being able to really be in the community, of the community, grew up in the community, and be peers, cousins, family members, schoolmates, classmates of these people. It gives you a different sense of you being able to do it yourself.
Generational wealth starts off in your mind. I think it's more than just passing down a business, but it's really the mindset of like, okay, I'm gonna go and do this. I'm gonna do this, create this thing, and really knowing that you have the ability to create whatever it is that you want. I think that Paradise Juice has really been able to push forward just by being inspired by everybody else. The different business programs that we've been able to be a part of, seeing all of the different business owners and everything that they're doing, all of their different stories has been super inspiring. But even beyond that, like just having like all of your family be business owners and seeing the different leaps that they're taking, like, oh, there's a new product, Niani opening like her own shop, like new labels, whatever, like that's really inspiring to me, and like really just to us to keep going and to keep pushing forward. I really think that we help the community see like what is possible, that financial independence is actually attainable.
You start with an idea, and that idea has to formulate, and you have to, be motivated, and not only motivated, but consistent and persistent with really trying to push that forward and get it to the point of it becoming a true business.
As a business owner, you tend to feel like very isolated and siloed, and be able to reach out to an organization whose very existence is really to see you win. At some point, I remember start looking around the business ecosystem and going, where can I get some advice? Where can I get some further training on how to actually do this? And I think that was a point when I realized that this doesn't need to be just for survival or hustle anymore. This needs to be like a business and put some systems and stuff under it. And somehow ProsperUs showed up. I said earlier that nonprofits have been like the wind under my wings, and I can definitely say that ProsperUs was one of those organizations that literally like held me up.
It was the first program, like business program, that we were a part of, and it was like very transformational in our journey of understanding the business, because I didn't go to school for business or didn't really have like a huge background and knowledge of how to run a business. Just thinking about your expenses of the business, your cash flow, really just understanding how to properly run your business. And it's crazy that these opportunities were available to the public for free, even to be able to access mentors that you can go out and literally schedule a call with someone who's actually running their business, and you can talk to them and get support from them.
Eventually, I decided to dive in with my business so that I could get some help. You get to see other people who were just like you, trying to turn a hustle into a career. And some of us had some of the same issues, and so problem solving together.
They were literally looking out for us when we didn't even know the opportunities existed.
For me and my journey, I would say I had a really great instructor, Miss Laura Sigmund. I love her. A great loan officer, Shakir Brullock, and Jalicia.
My trainer, Lawrence, when I first started ProsperUs, even as people came and went in ProsperUs, I was always able to reach out to Joanna. Defining a legacy for me would be the fact that I'm sitting here with my children and bonus daughter who are continuing, not necessarily in the same business, but adjacent business or something that they're passionate about. Providing a platform for people to spring from or grow from without always having to start over and start from the beginning.
A legacy, I feel like, isn't something that you tell yourself. It's about other people telling stories about you.
I think that legacy is the foundation and setting the bar so that other people can see what is possible and also understand the trials and tribulations that you have went through to get to where you are. You know, that's what I feel about legacy, is leaving moments like that so people can know, like, you can do and accomplish these things.